Wait, what?
But that's like, there's more to it than that, bro.
Yeah, he did a 1v2 here with a Spectre, though, or Stinger. Come on, EG! Come on, people! Let's hate, let's watch!
Would be dire straits indeed for them.
A really early pop of those thorns within the first 15 seconds.
C is going to be offloaded on top of it as well. This is not a stall. Use delay, Jorgamo.
Oh.
All going to be taken out and triggered nice and early. That was just
Jonah.
to give EG that
Is he there?
piece of mind.
Is
They're
he
already
there?
lurking all the way up through into.
He went through.
Try and take these fights together here, and
I see
now
got two. Wow.
not shying away from it.
Oh my
He's
God.
What a
trying to
flash!
release some blood, but they're both flashed up, both
They
blinders,
both can't see.
anything.
Oh my god.
3-4
Oh, he got caught.
to get the one before the
Trent
trade comes
1v3?
through. Now wrapping around from behind, Trent has got it all to do. Already reveals the position. Salvo's into the corner. Nature's wide as anything here, but
22
health
HP.
is what Trent
This
has
is where
been
he
dropped
clutched
down to.
1v2
That's
last
what he's got
time.
to work with.
Did he?
Yeah, he did a 1v2 here with a
It's an
Spectre,
Icy
though, or
and
Stinger. But this one seems unwinnable. Nah.
Discipline in their minds, yeah.
Trent with a, or Icy with a
The
3K?
ante looked good from G2 in this round. They know that EG like to default towards mid, and double doors is
Holy
normally where they go
shit.
first.
Big pistol
So
for the
G2
EG
put
boys. Come on,
thorns
baby.
there, and then a seasoner pull, and then are ready to fight it afterwards. But Icy is the difference maker. He picks up two, and then even gets a third with the flash kill. It's him that almost single-handedly saves that round for EG. After G2 knew
Lil bro is
exactly
terrified
what was
of
going
G2
on.
versus Sen. Yeah, right, dude. We fucking smoked those bums.
Picks them up
But I'm hoping we
another
play
pistol.
EG, though.
Now, G2 are not going to force this. Even though they could buy light armor and stingers on almost all of their players.
Rob's cracking me out. What's Rob saying in the chat?
Oh my God.
Nah, stop it!
Catches the position of
But
nature
you
here.
see, you're not gonna do some shit like that with the Vandal 4
Wait
seconds into
for
the
it.
round.
Leaf has opted into the Marshall purchase.
You're just
No
gonna
value
do
to be
it
had
that
just
way?
There's
the
had your
shotgun.
Stinger, bro.
shows his presence and
Have a
exactly what
stinger
they're
every
waiting
round.
for
He
here.
got
Off to the
tagged,
side.
dude.
It's a difficult shot to hit. Yay. Drop down. It's
Oh,
1-on-1.
God.
Weakened to a degree. Flashed up as some support from the rest of his team here, but there it is. Lying from the side. Squeeze being placed and put down onto some of these players. G2. And shut out here of the site.
It should be very clean. The
Derek
position from
get
Derek
eco'd?
and Superman's good. They're going to have salvos, pull.
I know.
Yay and Icy can fight.
Slight pocket
That is a
play in
white
here, but out
thing.
towards the top. Players have been isolated and cut out of the picture. Derek.
Don't do it yet. Oh, do it
draw
now.
blood. Trent's going to be dropped. The chances
Oh no.
What?
really dwindling as I say that. Cheeky shot indeed, but you have to really deal with this pull off to the side
He
here.
hits
Shots
that,
need to
though?
be hit and decent
Or
try
imagine
and a
the
decent
suck miss
effort by
and they didn't
G2.
know about it.
But
That's
actually,
what?
Derek, a little closer
The
to the
suck missed.
Tejo ultimate.
Oh,
One to keep an eye on, though it won't
That
be
would've been
available.
amazing.
in this
yeah,
round.
yeah.
And the weaponry, it's not going to look that great for EG heading in here. Quite a bit of damage done. But this is where we get to see whether EG have changed things up with their attack. Now, to give you a quick rundown of what EG love to do, they're an unusual team on their attack side of Pearl. Almost every other team is going to be taking fast A main control, then going back to mid or back to B. And instead,
Wait,
EG
why is
normally
chat quiet
are gonna
about Derek's
opt
rockets?
into
Because it's not
taking
cringe
much
when he
of
does
mid
it.
control first, and then going to deal with the extremities. Yay with the Guardian, though. Has his watchful eye over towards a
I don't make the
potential
rules,
push
bro. I just follow
Jordan
them.
Trent, as they did on their eco round.
Could be in the danger zone. Got to be worried about the flash play with the haunt over.
EG's bread and butter are these A splits.
This is it. Trent crouched down, ready to pounce at the moment's
Whoa!
notice, but the
Damn.
shot just goes wide here.
What a
Yay.
trade, though.
Finally dealt with. Jorgamo. Just needs to try and get the hell
He's
out
gonna
of
get
there
back
before
in?
Squeeze comes through and he can
I
hear
was
it.
gonna say, he goes back in.
Footsteps out and around to the side. That is Jonah P. Does more than some damage.
What?
Mid, but straight
Wow.
shots and
He actually
straight
got,
spam.
like,
Okay.
punished.
Might save the day. EG
Oh my god.
finally get themselves active and
Trash
into
hurts
this
he's
site.
breaking the disc right now.
Yeah, he's not happy.
Valen not feeling confident enough to go for a spam kill here. He doesn't have anybody watching a potential push. He's worried that EG might be going aggressive.
What?
No one was
Wow,
watching.
sorry.
How?
Even anticipating the position that Valen could be in, lying in wait for it. Just a jiggle out wide, trying
Oh
to play
my
the rest of his
god.
team all the way
Valen
in.
saved them so hard.
Yeah.
Keep it going from split there with the form, I should say, Josh. I should say.
Absolutely. I mean, he found his moment perfectly. He was playing passive, not giving away where he was holding, And maybe gave, you know, a bit more room than I was expecting to EG, but then found his moment to pounce just as they were escaping from the plant. The form's looking good.
3, 2, 1. Nice! Let's go, Jake!
And Jorg calls
Come on,
that
Jake.
double swing towards the end.
He actually saved them.
Discipline.
EG are going to change
All right,
things
first
up
gun
here.
round,
They're
full
gonna
gun
go
round.
for some early A control.
2 regens, 1
This is where
light.
Jorg and Trent have been playing. They've got the read. It's been pretty much the same for the last 3 rounds.
DQ, you're crazy, bro. I hope that's not true.
Down was on a dash forwards. TP.
Holy
top of
shit,
it,
Beyond, what is
3G.
that emote, bro? Oh my god, nah, that emote is foul.
Done.
Delayed.
But it does give you the information that they've stuck around here. It hasn't just been an insert. You know,
Nah.
there's still bodies in this area, including Derek. Alt online. And now they leave. Do they keep Icy in this position? No, he actually retreats with the rest of them too. So you're expecting Trent to re-drone out this area at some point. Here it comes. To be able to get all of this information in A main again. They realize there's nobody here, and now they don't need to keep the stack on A. They can just leave Jorgamo posted, and Trent, Jonah P, they can rotate off to either cover mid or B.
They might be going straight into the blender. 50 seconds to work with. EG only just getting that wall out and over, but luckily boxes to play around and jump over here with the Armageddon. That's laid down all the way into the back of the site. G2 will push forwards for a moment, but it's already faded before the Pinter could really get in. Bit disjointed here
feel
from
like
God.
being slowed down on top of it.
How?
Yay.
How does the
Not to be
entry?
denied. Steps all the way forward.
The tail ult? Yeah, the timing was off, right?
Got his watchful eye
Yeah,
up onto that
also
spot. They call for
Villain
it.
again.
Fighting forwards.
Wow, and he's living
Keen
too.
to try and drop these
Oh.
players before they can really stand and make a go.
Flank,
The
flank,
plan going
flank is
down
big.
here. Stun doesn't do much more.
But the flank.
I have no idea.
Jorgamo is going to be hot
They
on
have
their
no
heels
idea.
all the way through and around to the side.
Oh, Derek was
Round.
What?
That was whipping from Jorg.
Derek.
Still, it's a worldly of a shot. Now
Oh
wide to the
my
side.
god,
Covers it
masterclass.
all.
Wow.
Reposition
That
from
was
Super
insanely
perfect.
well played.
And somehow he found the timing to go for that
That's a
push into
huge
spawn
win.
and missed Jorg
Wow.
completely. Gotta say
No
that flank was a
way,
bit of a
bro.
whiff though. They should have had that one locked down.
That's a brutal one for Jorg.
Wow.
And Valorant was doing it.
One HP. He had 1 HP after the long guy.
Superman deserves some credit for getting into that
That's
spot, but you
insane.
can see the reaction from Josh RT. That should have been around that G2 were in control of. They had the read, they knew it was ending B.
Wow,
the tail
that's
waltz
big
early,
rounds.
mistimed from Derek, and yet still success.
There's passion there for these EG players, fire in their belly.
G2 stacked 4 players to fight B. To fight mid, but not an aggressive fight of mid, just stacking, knowing that EG are going to want to default in this area.
Oh my god, it's a big
Five.
fight.
Both teams just staring at each other.
And Valens joined the pack.
Oh, here we go.
There's a tipping point here. Be triggered at a moment's notice, and here it is. The go button. It's going to be called for here. The hole needs to be contained,
Oh, no.
but he's EG
It's
players.
working,
but blind
it's
as anything,
working,
can't really
it's
see
working.
whatsoever.
Wow, close.
The finger
So
break
close.
side.
Thank god they had so many people close by.
Yeah.
With the 1-2.
Woo!
Delayed hit at that, but it does the job.
They actually had 5 guys ready to
Those are
trade.
the rounds that EG thrive in, actually, where they bait out a trap play and then just contain. Things got a little funky here. Jonah P, who's jumping around, getting kills all over,
The fuck is this?
but cool and
What's
calm,
up? Thank
still
you.
like the waters.
Nah, the
EG,
crowd is going crazy for EG. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
The hate
Both
watch
gonna pull
is
out
strong
this
in the
operator, so it
arena.
looks like he's gonna try to take
They've been
the
hyping them
line
up
over
like
towards B,
crazy.
just popping
They're
down
even
his
hate
teleport.
watching in
They
the
were camping
arena.
them on that point when they
Dude,
were
they
winning.
are.
This is
Yeah, they are
exactly
right
where EG
now.
are headed.
Drone now, looking to deal with this one. He has to.
Oh wow, they are.
TP get the hell out of there early. Doesn't want to be suppressed and caught out onto an island. Icy's forwards though.
Free
That dimensional
sight.
drift, cosmic
They
divide
have
is
4
really
ults
laid
on
down,
G2
but it's a
though.
counter play in. Straight shot
Wait,
just
what?
missed, and a
How?
slam into the corner.
Yeah,
Jorgamo
that's a bad
is
one.
trapped. Off to the side
Hey, Icy's
here. This is gonna
overheating.
be
Icy's
overzealous by Icy.
overheating.
You're
How
gonna
do
be
these?
right,
Wait, what are we
okay,
doing?
Not really regretting
Wait,
as I
what?
say that G2.
What are we
They're drawing
doing?
it, they're drawing it now.
They wanted to
Taking a
stop the
fast and loose
visor, I guess?
approach all the way through into the site. The plan is already down though as this is being played. Trying to get
Oh my
away
God.
onto the side. Superman, he's got this shorty into his hands, but the rest of his team is being picked apart.
Timing!
At the seams.
That sucks. Wait, it was 5v3
Yeah.
and they
Fast,
lost.
It's well executed
It was
by
fine,
EG,
okay.
and then slightly overstepping. You called it
Fuck,
out.
I
Icy
feel like
maybe
they
attacked
did
for the
not
forwards
need
that
to
he
go
should have
their
been. But
spot.
honestly,
I
he
understand
had
the
the backup from
advisor
nature. It was a coordinated
and
push from
Astral.
EG.
They wanted to
just
play up,
masterfully
right?
dealt with by G2.
Yeah.
both of these teams
But
are
once you get
super
the man
happy when
advantage,
their
just give it up,
opponents are the
maybe?
one driving the tempo
Honestly,
forwards.
even though man advantage
Try to play fast into
because
G2,
after that
they
they
can
like
absorb that aggression.
all they have to do is just hold
Sometimes
the wall and you
chaos
have to
gets
run
the
through the
better end
wall.
of them, and
I
sometimes,
think their
like in this
fight
round,
here in spawn will just like
they're
go to.
anticipating it, dealing with it perfectly.
It wasn't
G2 knock
like two
EG
together.
down
There's
onto an
like
eco
two of
round.
them like went together, and then everyone else was not there.
Yeah.
There's that fire straight back.
Shoes on the other foot here, but my eyes
Jaws
peeled
and all.
onto Ye. He's just
Oh,
looking
did they
to
already know
contain
the
at the
save?
start.
Fuck.
No,
They lost so
saw
many guns on
in a
eco,
game
I
against
guess.
Crew a while back.
Yeah.
He went for an updraft play, and they just flashed into Art to get info over whether anybody was there. And that would have set up Icy and Ye for a double peek on that defender. But alas, no one's home.
Drum forwards. Triggered early. Even Jorg revealing his hand, showing that he is here. There's presence. Waiting. Got to be controlled though. Already coming through. That's going to be updraft and away.
Oh my
Throw in your
god.
face.
Oh my
Jorg
god.
He's way out of there. Had that
Damn.
backup policy and that plan lying in wait, but
That sucks.
I'm not sure they know that Icy is this deep pushed. Okay, now the Prowler detects it, so he's forced to back up.
it's all over the place.
It is a little.
Armageddon even being committed.
Really?
Just to clear this space out.
What the
Bit of a
fuck?
timing.
Wait, what just happened? Why'd they run into it?
It's collapsed
Wait,
onto him with the
what?
salvos
They
in
ran
the
out A
hands,
main and ran
Icy
into it?
barely survives. The salvo's
What the
just
fuck?
dissipating.
Why
You
is
have
everyone in
mid
fucking Nixus
control,
round?
but it's a 2v4.
And Leafs flipped the map. He's the defender, and he's now deeper into mid than the attackers are.
30
So,
seconds left.
a weird opportunity for timings and
Wait,
a
the
little bit
missiles
of
weren't
info.
even on them, were they?
Those jumps probably
They
heard
were.
by Leaf, although maybe not, because the rest of G2 are not reacting, not
If
responding.
EG win this, it'll be the first time since 2022 Ye versus
Derek is
Aspas.
going to have salvos, and he's going to have the tail.
I feel like that can't be true.
There's 10 seconds left. G2 have got to
Did he
realize
fucking
that
your
nothing's
fake
happening.
Euroclone
So
out?
most of the way, G2 finally get
That's crazy.
to grips of what's happening in the round, as you mentioned. And it's all
Oh, out
about
of
letting it go
street.
to waste.
Yeah.
Dropping into the side here, that's a
Ooh.
kill to be
Oh my
claimed
God.
all the way. Icy's there.
Oh my god, he almost got both.
Running down from
Oh
above with the
my
balance.
god, Derek had a
Shorty
chance.
Balin, quick on the
That's
cleanup.
right.
Wow.
So G2 handle what was an incredibly chaotic round. I'm surprised that Trent invested the tail ultimate out of that, but I also lost track of what was happening over towards A main, and there were double salvo kills. Ye and somebody else ended up running through A main, I think, and then just into the salvos at Arth. Was that
Pick your poison.
not just pick your poison, but they just didn't realize
was
they were
fucking
caught in the
bad,
midst of
man.
those cloud bursts.
Yeah.
Didn't realize where the salvos were, popped out of it, and suddenly, as soon as they could see, there's danger all around them. Derek, he's managed to get his Teo ult online in that prior round with the benefit of the plant. And Ye, seen a
not
lot of
looking good.
situations where he just
Yeah,
slowly
low-key.
takes A control, looking for a duel
It's
that he
up.
would be favored in.
Sitting currently at
flash.
2 and 7. It's good Util to at least push Jorgamo out of the picture.
I think it's undeniable that Ye has to have a phenomenal game in order for EG to win and go to Toronto. It seems almost incomprehensible that EG would win
This
with
op
him
is here
not being the
again.
best performing player, because that's
I'm not
exactly
gonna
how
lie,
their Pearl has
Yoro's
gone
kind of
basically
nice
every
to
other
op
time.
on because you have 2 chances to like escape, you know,
Runs there, Jorg.
Yeah.
and get a pick.
Just missing.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
still in the back
kind of
pocket
viable.
here, but there's flashes in your face, and that's going to be slowing you down still. There's that Armageddon. Save for a spot like this one with the thorns in through the back.
Fast swarm.
I like that. It clears out Secret and it clears out Flowers.
Oh.
Towards the top, though, drop down.
Well, you got one. Wow,
Oh my
one
God,
bullet.
how's Ye getting that one? They
The
want to
flash.
take this fight all the way to them.
Wow.
It's going to take a
Oh,
lot,
Trent.
though, to dislodge Trent from that spot. In that carnage,
Oh,
once more
Trent.
chaos.
Oh,
contains
Trent.
them all.
Fuck.
Wow.
That's a beast of a performance from Trent.
Jesus.
Stuck in a tiny corner. He creates
Okay, Beyond,
magic
that was
out
very
of
broad.
Me
nothing.
up like crazy.
Okay,
11
Beyond.
and
He's
6.
This is not one of those.
He's had, maybe you could argue, a bit of a quiet game. He didn't dominate on Lotus. He was there in the final round of Split, but
Oh,
otherwise
Derek
it was
needs to
all
get him, I'm
Leaf.
not gonna lie.
But this is his
Yeah.
map. And he stamps his authority upon the game. 4-4 and knocks EG down onto an eco once more.
Trent's
Rounds
11
like
and
that
6.
are why I think he's probably been the most impactful player of 2025, if you sum up the whole year so far. But they are going to need more of it.
More asked for from
Wow.
Ye himself. I mean, okay,
Well,
that was a
Nature
double
got him.
Yeah.
timed
Holy
peak.
shit.
If Nature hadn't got it, Ye was there.
Yeah.
And
Threw his gun
they've
back.
given that hero rifle to him. He goes forward, drops the Vandal, collects a Phantom, and now EG have 2 weapons to play with. It's Icy and Ye, the playoff duo.
Oh, almost got caught.
Don't want to be opted into that fight. Leaf barely. Bit of bullet tag there.
Leaf
Gonna
is
be
pushing long.
spelling defeat for him, but they've given up lane control completely. That's
They don't know.
Drone forwards.
Leaf's fighting super aggressively to Pillar.
Hyper committed angle. Hoping to get ahead of that
Wow,
timing.
bro.
They thought it was clear.
Wow.
Derek with the
Double.
drone, but Leaf was there, getting active.
What the fuck?
And this is just a strange round entirely.
Oh,
Chance is still here. 2 players with the rifles in hand. Dash forwards to try and cut this one up, but there's a smoke to obfuscate. Off to the side and into the corner. A bit of spam will do the job there. And Valin steps forwards and around, waiting for that timing. Calls for it, but
no
just about
spike.
delayed.
Yeah.
I mean, 35 seconds left with the
Nah, no
spike in the
spike,
middle
it's
of
fucked.
nowhere. They realized that
30
Ye has to
seconds
play
left.
into them.
The round is essentially over here. I mean, Ye, even if he was back to his absolute prime form, I don't see the win condition. The net is tightening. Players all
This is
around
so
him,
slow,
completely
bro.
surrounded with 15 seconds left and the
Yeah.
spike nowhere near.
Nowhere to run. Not even a chance to really plan at this point as well.
Wow.
There's Leaf. Hyper active in the moment.
What?
That was a
Nate?
super intelligent round from Lee.
Come on, Nate.
The way that he responded after jiggle peeking and seeing two players in B link, he instantly comes out and tries to take an aggressive position at Pillar. He knows that these guys, this is the weak side of the hit. When EG run their B splits, the majority of the team is coming through mid. They're not coming through B main. They do it differently to a lot of other teams. And so Leaf, he's watched the VODs, he knows his opponent.
What's happening?
Know thine enemy. That is the definition of Leaf. He's out there playing
Thank you.
TFT, watching VODs.
They're
with
running double
Valorant.
duels too.
Like
And
that.
delete fall.
Tarek, are you good at lead?
Potential timing to walk, and they always know if it's going to end up in an A split. Yeah. Because Trent's going to drone it, Jog's going to get posted on it. This round, Jogamo looking like he wants to take the operator over towards B long. And it's another one of the rounds where EG are actually in that direction.
Who do I like
We saw
watching on
this
Twitch? I'm not gonna lie,
earlier
I
on
really
as
haven't
well.
been watching Twitch.
Back end of that timeout here, EG are looking to see if they
I'll
can
watch
stem the
probably
bleeding. That's
just
4 rounds in a row for G2.
the homies here.
The thing is, I don't see how
Foosley,
Jog gets value
Killer
out of this, because
Katamina,
Icy's going to ult, and
Ellum,
then Jog is going to have to leave the angle.
X Choco
Can
Bars,
he get something done before Icy ults? I mean, Icy's on the opposite side of the
Valkyrie,
map.
Steps
those
up,
guys.
just misses
But I
it
don't
with
really
the
watch them, I'm
wrist
not
there,
gonna
and
lie.
has to commit
Focus.
the TP to back out and away.
So this really committed from EG without the assistance of their Yoru. That makes me think it might even be part of a fake.
Yeah, not sure what a presence is
Do
coming
not
from,
go
but
B,
I
whatever
think
you
this is
do.
going to be a real test of Leaf. It looks like Icy's going to ult over towards A and try to make it feel like an A fake, or try to make it feel like it's really A.
It's just him.
The question is whether Leaf buys it.
It's solo pressure.
I don't think they're gonna buy it.
To be honest, the gate crash
I don't think so
just
either.
disappeared, so Icy's missed his timing.
It's L fake, bro.
Can't regroup with the rest of the team. I think Leaf is fully aware. Look, no one from G2 is really budging from this position. They know it's fake presence.
Yeah, and that's the Leaf game
Yeah,
sense
he's,
again.
he's just waving in. He's running towards
Then
B.
Slaughter have to
They're
try
gonna
and clear
force
through
like
here.
B.
The trouble is this is going to be running dry ever so slightly, but he's got the TP to try and back in the way. He's going to try and point out some of these players for the rest of his team to try and take it. Still guarding forwards. Jogamo.
Bro, tried his chance.
That's what attempt at there. That's okay.
Don't test it
Indicators,
as
yeah,
long.
spelling it out. It's dangerous to be had onto the site. EG get themselves into it though. Good sees onto the 2 of them. It's an Armageddon. Clears the way most of the way in through the back of the site now. G2 are being slowed down themselves.
What's the post plan here?
Trent's utility basically solo clears sight, and now
they don't
G2
have
can focus
anything.
forwards.
Spam in
Like
through
nothing
the
at
smokes.
all.
G2, they need these kills and they need it
Nature?
bad.
Now they have
EG,
nothing.
Drop it to the side here. The smoke's going to be dissipating. 3v4.
Wait, Trent
Playing
has
into
no
the
idea he
post
could be
plan. I'm not
there.
expecting Ye to be just
Ooh,
so tightly
yeah,
committed
let's just
into
save
that
now.
corner. Valin.
Wow.
Noticeable spot, but listen, it's all just
Wow,
disjointed in
Nature
the
got
end.
2.
EG,
I don't, Nature spam 2, I guess, right?
They played immaculately.
Yeah, pretty sure he did.
Fully evacuating off the site, knowing that G2 had the tools to clear it out.
And that's how EG need to be playing these post plants. Get back, get far away from the spike, rely on the fact that you have salvos, pull, spam to be able to work with. It's fine if Ye plays a bit of an aggressive
I swear the tail ult back call is such a mid ult.
but Nature picks up 2,
Wow, yeah.
spraying down 2 players that were miles away
think-
from each other. Leaf tapping.
El Diablo! Let's go, baby.
Why do you emphasize the L right there?
Typing
That
up
was
Ye,
weird,
who
no?
is at the bottom of the scoreboard right now, and if he takes over, if he makes the difference in this map, he
I
can
feel
start
like tail
propelling
ult
EG
long
into
is
the
better
lead.
than back call
G2
too,
falls
but
against 4
I'm probably
players
wrong about
in
that.
through lane.
It's probably
Money.
hindsight as well, but I don't
A little
know.
bit skew whiff here, but
Because it feels like
EG
you can use different utils to clear out back call.
once again,
what is this round? Why do they have
They
four
put you in
there?
the same fight, right?
Finding the kills,
Huh?
almost
Oh, the
next
flash.
is impeccable.
Wow.
Dash
Who
up
will
traps,
be the
create
new
space.
challenger to step up to Ye at double
Nah,
doors?
Nah, that's true. I'm kidding. Don't do
Send
that.
your best. He's in form.
That's why you're
G2
immortal.
again
Don't
with a
call me
great
immortal,
read
bro.
that
I'm
EG
gonna get
like
fucking
defaulting
mad.
over here.
But listen, they're already holding for all of this space,
Wow.
man. Doesn't matter.
Wow, they literally waited for them and
It's
it
just
worked
one
perfectly.
by one. They weren't willing to be patient and allow EG to be the ones stepping forward into their domain. They forced the fight.
Catches even the very
Bro,
best
I'm
teams out.
fucking radiant
Yeah, I
for
think that's-
life, dude.
Pretty serious mistake there.
Just
They
because I
need to
ended the
EG.
act immortal doesn't mean I'm immortal,
They take
bro.
the
It
lead
means
in
I just
this
don't have time
half.
to play, bro. I have a
Jorg,
job.
He can't really buy. Valin,
I got
he's
fucking
down to
priorities
100
outside of this
credits.
shit.
Leaf as well. The economy is going to be so bad heading into the next round for those three
I feel like
players.
next round is gonna be hard for
Trent-
AG to win.
He needs to keep this rifle just so that he
Why are
can
you guys?
throw
Wait, why
them.
is everyone typing all of a
G2 are
sudden?
gonna have Stingers
EG already going hunting.
and Buckies.
That's their high
EG
win
though
rate
do
though.
tend to be slow in these kind of
Yeah.
moments. They're not super quick on the trigger in terms of going and finding that player. Yeah, he has
I think they're gonna
updraft.
do
mean,
something faster, EG.
Not spot
Pop
about.
he
knives
could
with
updraft
Astral
to check
instantly.
art, which would be ridiculous.
And just go
Doesn't look
somewhere
like he's
fast.
going to go for it.
Here they come. Spam into the box.
What's happening? Why are you guys flaming me? I'm sorry. Fuck.
Needs this,
Desperate for it. He's going to try and hold on for as long as he possibly can.
and he is going to keep it.
Yeah, being swarmed, but it's going to be slow going, I think, for EG. Second.
Can I say J word and not the word, please? Very
Wire
offensive.
there. It does keep the gun in the end.
Okay, I don't have enough time to play
Leaf, I
rank
think,
because my
does make a mistake
J
there,
word
trying to
is
force the fight through the crack
taking too
angle.
much of
You
my
had
time.
4 players
that
standing
better?
at double doors, waiting for the fight to come, and it was so close. If they
Imagine
actually,
what?
Derek, a little closer
Just
to
like
the
missed.
Tejo ultimate.
Oh,
One to keep an eye on, though it won't
That
be
would've been
available
amazing.
for
yeah,
this
yeah.
round. And the weaponry, it's not going to look that great for EG heading in here. Quite a bit of damage done. But this is where we get to see whether EG have changed things up with their attack. Now, to give you a quick rundown of what EG love to do, they're an unusual team on their attack side of Pearl. Almost every other team is going to be taking fast A main control, then going back to mid or back to B. And instead,
Wait,
EG
why is chat
normally
quiet
are gonna
about Derek's
opt
rockets?
into
Because it's not
taking
cringe
much
when he
of
does
mid
it.
control first, and then going to deal with the extremities. Yay with the Guardian, though, has his watchful eye over towards a
I don't make the
potential
rules,
push
bro. I just follow
from Jorg
them.
and Trent, as they did on their eco round.
Could be in the danger zone. Got to be worried about the flash play with a haunt over.
EG's bread and butter are these A splits.
This is it. Trent crouched down, ready to pounce at a moment's
Whoa!
notice, but the
Damn.
shot just goes wide here.
What a
Yay,
trade, though.
finally dealt with. Jorgamo. Just needs to try and get the hell
He's
out
gonna
of
get
there
back
before
in?
Squeeze comes through and he can
I
hear
was
it in the
gonna say,
rumble.
he goes back in.
Footsteps out and around to the side. That is Jonah P. Does more than some damage.
What?
That was out from mid, but straight
Wow.
shots and
He actually
straight
got
spam.
like
Okay.
punished.
Might save the day. EG
Oh my god.
finally get themselves active and
Josh
into
hurts,
this
he's breaking
site.
the desk right now.
Yeah, he's not happy.
Valin not feeling confident enough to go for a spam kill here. He doesn't have anybody watching a potential push. He's worried that EG might be going aggressive.
Round to the side,
What?
No one was
Wow,
watching.
timing.
How?
We've been anticipating the position that Valin could be in, lying in wait for it, just a jiggle out wide, trying
Oh
to play
my
the rest of his
god.
team all the way
Valin
in.
saved them so hard.
Yeah.
Keep it going from split there with the form, I should say, Josh. I should say.
Absolutely. I mean, he found his moment perfectly. He was playing passive, not giving away where he was holding, and maybe gave, you know, a bit more room than I was expecting to EG, but then found his moment to pounce just as they were escaping from the plant. The form's looking
3,
good,
2, 1. Nice! Let's go, Jake!
and Jorg calls
Come on,
that
Jake.
double swing towards the end.
He actually saved them.
Discipline.
EG are going to change
All right,
things
first
up
gun
here.
round,
They're
full
gonna
gun
go
round.
for some early A control.
2 regens, 1
This is where
light.
Jorg and Trent have been playing. They got the read. It's been pretty much the same for the last 3 rounds.
DQ, you're crazy, bro. I hope that's not true.
Sound and a dash forwards. TP.
Holy
top of
shit,
it,
Beyond, what is
3G.
that emote, bro? Oh my god, nah, that emote is foul.
Done.
Delayed.
But it does give you the information that they've stuck around here. It hasn't just been an insert. You know,
Nah.
there's still bodies in this area, including Derek. Alt online. And now they leave. Do they keep Icy in this position? No, he actually retreats with the rest of them too. So you're expecting Trent to re-drone out this area at some point. Here it comes. To be able to get all of this information in A main again. They realize there's nobody here, and now they don't need to keep the stack on A. They can just leave Jorgamo posted, and Trent, Jonah P, they can rotate off to either cover mid or B.
And might be going straight into the blender. 50 seconds to work with. EG only just getting that wall out and over, but luckily boxes to play around and jump over here with the Armageddon. That's laid down all the way into the back of the site. G2 will push forwards for a moment, but it's already faded before the Pinter could really get in. Bit disjointed here.
Oh my God.
Being slowed down on top of it.
How?
How
does the entry?
Steps all the way forward.
The tail ult? Yeah, the timing was off, right?
Got his watchful eye up onto that spot. They call for
Villain
it.
again.
Fighting forwards.
Wow, he's living
Keen
too.
to try and drop these players before they can really stand and make a go.
Flank
going
is
down
big.
here. Stun doesn't do much more.
But the flank.
I have no idea.
Drogamo is going to be hot on their heels all the way through and around to the side.
Oh, Derek goes
What?
That was whipping from Jorg.
Derek.
It's a worldie of a shot. Now
Oh my God, masterclass.
Wow.
That was insanely well played.
And somehow he found the timing to go for that
That's a
push into
huge
spawn
win.
and missed Jorg
Wow.
completely. Gotta say
No
that flank was a
way,
bit of a
bro.
whiff though. They should have had that one locked down. That's a brutal one for Jorg.
Wow.
And Valorant was doing it.
What HP? He had 1 HP after the long guy.
Superman deserves some credit for getting into that
That's
spot, but you
insane.
can see the reaction from Josh RT. That should have been around that G2 were in control of. They had the read. They knew it was ending B.
Wow,
the tail
that's
ult
big
early,
rounds.
mistimed from Derek, and yet still success.
There's passion there for these EG players, fire in their belly.
G2 stack 4 players to fight B. To fight mid, but not an aggressive fight of mid, just stacking, knowing that EG are going to want to default in this area.
Oh my God, it's a big fight.
Both teams just staring at each other.
And Valens joined the pack.
Oh, here we go.
There's a tipping point here. Be triggered at a moment's notice, and here it is. The go button is going to be called for here. The hole needs to be contained, but he's EG players.
It's working. It's working. It's working.
Whatsoever.
Wow, it's close.
The finger
So close. Thank God they had so many people close by.
Yeah.
Delayed hit at that, but it does the job.
They actually had 5 guys ready to
Those are
trade.
the rounds that EG thrive in, actually, where they bait out a trap play and then just contain. Things got a little funky here. Jonah B, who's jumping around, getting kills all over,
The fuck is this?
but cool and
Bless
calm,
up, thank
still
you.
like the waters.
Nah, the crowd is going crazy for EG. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
The hate watch is strong in the arena.
Looks like he's going to try to
They've
take
been
the
hyping them
line
up
off
like
the wall speed,
crazy.
just popping
They're
down
even
his
hate watching in
They
the
were camping
arena.
them at that point when they
Dude,
were
they
winning.
are.
This is
Yeah, they are
exactly
right
where
now.
EG are headed.
Drone though, looking to deal with this one. He has to.
Oh wow, they are.
TP get the hell out of there early. Doesn't want to be suppressed and caught out onto an island. Icy's forwards though.
Free
With that dimensional
sight.
drift, cosmic
They
divide
have
is
4
gonna be
ults
laid
on
down,
G2
but it's a
though.
counter play in. Straight shot
Wait,
just
what?
missed, and a
How?
slam into the corner.
Yeah,
Jorgamo
that's a bad
is
one.
trapped. Off to the side
Hey, Icy's
here. This is gonna
overheating.
be
Icy's
overzealous by Icy.
overheating.
You're
How
gonna
did
be-
he...
Right,
Wait, what are we
okay,
doing?
Not really regretting as I
Wait,
say that, G2.
What are we
They're drawing it,
doing?
they're drawing it now.
They wanted to
Taking a
stop the
fast and loose
visor.
approach all the way through into the site. The plan is already down though as this is being played. I'm trying to get
Oh my
away
God.
onto the side. Superman, he's got this shorty into his hands, but the rest of his team is being picked apart.
Timing!
At the seams.
That sucks. Wait, it was 5v3
Yeah.
and they lost.
It's well executed
It was
by
fine,
EG,
okay.
and then slightly overstepping. You called it
Fuck,
out.
I
Icy
feel like
maybe
they
attacked
did
further
not
forwards
need
than
to
he
go
should have
their
been. But
spot.
honestly,
I
he
understand
had
the
the backup
advisor
from nature. It was a coordinated
and
push from
Astro
EG.
They wanted to
just
play up,
masterfully
right?
dealt with by G2.
Yeah.
Both of these teams
But
are
once you get the
super
man
happy
advantage,
when
just give it
their
up,
opponents are the
maybe?
one driving the tempo
Honestly,
forwards.
even now, man of the
If you try to play
manager
fast
not,
into
because
G2,
after that they
can
like
absorb that aggression.
all they have to do is just hold the
Sometimes
wall and you have to
chaos
run
gets
through the
better end
wall.
of them, and
I
sometimes,
think their
like in this
fight
round,
here in spawn was just
they're
like go to.
anticipating it, dealing with it perfectly.
It wasn't
G2
like
knock
two
EG
together.
down
There's
onto an
like
eco
2 of
round.
them like went
go,
together
let's
and then
go.
everyone else was not there.
Yeah.
There's that fire straight back.
Shoes on the other foot here, but my eyes.
Jaws
peeled
and all.
onto Ye. He's just
Oh,
looking
they
to
already know
contain
the
at the
save?
start.
Fuck.
No,
They
we
lost
saw
so many guns on
in a
eco,
game
I
against
guess.
Crew a while back.
Yeah.
He went for an updraft play, and they just flashed into Art to get info over whether anybody was there, and that would have set up Icy and Ye for a double peek on that defender. But alas, no one's home.
Drum forwards. Triggered early. Even Jorg revealing his hand, showing that he is here. There's presence. Waiting. Gotta be controlled though.
Uh-oh.
Already coming through. That's gonna be updraft and away.
Oh my
Clone your
God,
base.
oh my
Jorg
God.
He's way out of there. Had that
Damn.
backup policy and that plan lying in wait, but
That sucks.
I'm not sure they know that Icy is this deep push. Okay, now the Prowler detects it, so he's forced to back up.
it's all over the place.
It is a little.
Armageddon even being committed.
Really?
Just to clear this space out.
What the
Bit of a
fuck?
timing.
Wait, what just happened? Why'd they run into it?
It's collapsed
Wait,
onto him with the
what?
salvos.
They ran out A main and ran
LC
into it?
Barely survives. The salvo's
What the
just
fuck?
dissipating.
Why
You
is
have
everyone in fucking Nexus
mid-control,
round?
but it's a 2v4.
And Leaf's flipped the map. He's the defender, and he's now deeper into mid than the attackers are.
30
So,
seconds left.
A weird opportunity for timings and.
Wait,
a
the
little bit
missiles
of
weren't
info.
even on them, were they?
Those jumps probably
They
heard
were.
by Leaf, although maybe not, because the rest of G2 are not reacting, not
If
responding.
EG win this, it'll be the first time since 2022 Yay versus
Derek is
Aspas.
going to have salvos, and he's going to have the tail.
I feel like that can't be true.
There's 10 seconds left. G2 have got to
Did he just
realize
fucking
that
your
nothing's
fake hero
happening.
clone out?
Most of the way, G2 finally get
That's crazy.
to grips of what's happening in the round, as you mentioned. And it's all
Oh, out
about letting
of
go
street.
to waste.
Yeah.
Dropping into the side here, that's a
Ooh.
kill to be
Oh my
claimed
God.
all the way. Icy's there.
Oh my god, he almost got both.
Running dead from above with the
Oh my
pellets.
god, Derek had a
Shorty
chance.
Valen, quick on the
Nice
cleanup.
try.
Wow.
So G2 handle what was an incredibly chaotic round. I'm surprised that Trent invested the tail ultimate out of that, but I also lost track of what was happening over towards A main. And there were double salvo kills. Yay! And somebody else ended up running through A main, I think, and then just into the salvos at Arth. Was that
Pick your poison.
not just pick your poison, but they just didn't
was
realize that they're
fucking
caught in the
bad,
midst
man.
of those cloud bursts.
Yeah.
Didn't realize where the salvos were, popped out of it, and suddenly, as soon as they could see, there's danger all around them. Derek, he's managed to get his Teo ult online in that prior round with the benefit of the plant. And Yay, seen a
not
lot of
looking good.
situations where he just
Yeah,
slowly
low-key.
takes A control, looking for a duel
It's
that he
up.
would be favored in.
Sitting currently
flash.
at 2 and 7. It's good util to at least push Jorgamo out of the picture.
I think it's undeniable that Yay has to have a phenomenal game in order for EG to win and go to Toronto. It seems almost incomprehensible that EG would win
This
with
op
him
is here
not being the
again.
best performing player, because that's
I'm not
exactly
gonna
how
lie,
their pool has
yours
gone
kind of
basically
nice
every
to
other
op
time.
on because you have 2 chances to like escape, you know,
Runs there, Jorg.
Yeah.
and get a pick.
Just missing.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
still in the back
kind of
pocket
viable.
here, but his flashes in your face, and that's going to be slowing you down still. There's that Armageddon. Save for a spot like this one with the thorns in through the back.
Fast swarm.
I like that. It clears out Secret and it clears out Flowers.
Oh.
Towards the top, though, drop down.
Well, you got one. Wow,
Oh my
one
God,
bullet.
how's Ye getting that one? They
The
want to
flash.
take this fight all the way to them.
Wow.
It's going to take a
Oh,
lot,
Trent.
though, to dislodge Trent from that spot. In that carnage,
Oh,
once more,
Trent.
chaos.
Oh,
contains
Trent.
them all.
Fuck.
Wow.
That's a beast of a performance from Trent.
Jesus.
Stuck in a tiny corner. He was.
These are Counter Strike. I chose Counter Strike.
Amen.
What's the
Side hit.
Fingers.
EG already going high.
I think they're gonna do something fast.
fuck?
Needs this.
Say J word and not the word, please. Very
Wire
offensive.
there. It does keep the gun in the end.
Okay, I don't have enough time to play
Leaf, I
rank
think,
because my
does make a mistake
J
there,
word
trying to
is
force the fight through the crack
taking too
angle.
much of
You
my
had
time.
4 players
that
standing
better?
at double doors, waiting for the fight to come, and it was so close. If they hadn't taken contact early, I think EG would have committed. G2 are going to take a tactical timeout here. There's only 1 round left in the half. The first, this. Look at this.
Vetoed
So
it.
somebody on EG would go for it and decided to invest in the full armor rather than the better weaponry. They come in with double stinger and a guardian.
A large group up again by G2. Trying to learn their lesson though from last time. They're actually going to be taking the
Stop
initiative
saying
themselves.
we, bro.
Push forwards, Jorgamo is back it out
I
to
didn't
there.
play. Oh my god.
Exchange as
I'm
an
trapped.
draft again.
That's so sick.
Knives in his hand.
Yeah, he's the only player that I see going for that in the modern era, and yet he's been successful with it twice in recent history.
Timeless is the play. Clearance now for EG all the way through, and it's up to these G2 players to take risks of their own. Jorgamo repositions. He knows that they've lost control of Art, and absolutely everything is
Oh,
going
did he hit
for
him?
here.
Yeah.
Straight shots, 140. Barely alive.
This is a big round actually for EG to win.
The G2 really are falling into the trap.
7
The slow attack side
goes a long
defaults
way.
from EG are forcing G2 to go and look for
They're going B
information.
if they go quick
Especially
enough.
with Trent down, they don't have the drone.
Yeah.
So they have to put their body on the line. They have to go and peek for info. And that means you run the risk of walking into Yay. They're worried that there could still be people in A main. They don't really have util for it. I mean, Jonah P could throw a haunt, to be honest. But they need to get a move on re-clearing A main because all of these G2 defenders are in the wrong spot.
Losing their chance.
Leaf is under
30
mad
seconds
pressure
left.
on B.
Already 25 seconds left to play with here. Already dead in most of the util. That's a steel garden. The knives.
Oh,
they
my
miss.
right click
Right
failed
click
my
in hand,
goal.
there's damage done. But Leaf is under scrutiny. It's all about what
Under
he can do
pressure.
from this spot and how much time can he
Come
buy
on,
the rest of
Nate,
the
what do you
squad
got?
to get in. The walls, tree it up and away. Cosmic
Oh,
Divide,
he
it's
dinks.
chaos, it's anarchy.
Wait,
And that's why
they held
EG
it.
thrive and look their best. 2 left to stand here for G2. Try and make a play forwards, cross section.
Oh, he got out. Wow.
Looking like all sorts of weird and wacky business. Step forwards and around. Another kill here and a rifle picked up at least for Valin. He's missed his chance and missed his opportunity. A 2-round lead here for EG.
And I think a really respectable half from them. The later the half
Someone
went
said,
on,
wait, what
the
does
more
Tarek
G2
do actually? Does he have a
struggled,
business or something?
Early on, they had a game plan that was
Come on,
working
bro.
fairly well. Here's
Stop
that
rage baiting,
replay.
bro.
The flash, getting information that there's a player there. Though I think they already knew, and the
Get mad.
updraft as well.
Oh,
They were looking for that
I got a
earlier on,
cramp.
and they commit with it there.
Come on.
Oh,
Oh my
fuck.
god, I got the op kill, thank the Lord.
Come on, Superman.
EG can genuinely eliminate G2 here and go to Toronto. They have all the opportunity in the world.
My beg.
7-5.
I was.
Like nothing we've seen in quite some.
Echo, we expect to draw this one level at 7-7.
Forwards as IC steps up, but that is getting
Nah,
heavy.
I see. What are you
heavy.
doing, bro?
Wow.
Presence going to be waiting.
Told you to
for
stay
him
back,
here.
dog.
Quick
He's
Evacuation. That's
feeling
Silverman.
too confident.
Just want
Jargamo's
to be caught
mad
out
right
into
now.
the
He might
open
lock
by it.
in.
Good opening kill for G2. And at this point, it's about how you convert it into the round.
They had some really clean 5v4s on Lotus. And a lot of them disappeared out of their grasp. They can't afford for mistakes like that. EG have been
I think you're
really
scared for
good even
Sentinels
when they're a
against
player
G2.
down.
And I think you're scared for.
G have nobody lying over towards B. Triple push though. Re-clearance into mid.
They've got information
Back to
for
B?
when G2 actually exec into B because they still
a
have
good
that
read they
wall
have.
over there. Nature's going to be providing that info.
Forwards here. There's going to be lineups going up and over. All you hear the footsteps, the rumble.
What happened?
It's all quiet, all sneaky for now. Wall not even going to be triggered either. Yay, just spotting most of this one out here. Stepping forwards though, that's G2.
Bring them down.
Quick to lay claim to this site. Learning that
Yeah,
very much
expect it,
open here. Step to the side, that's Nature. Dealt with.
That's
Round,
over, bro. It was
everything going
fucking
right.
bait the whole time.
Here for G2.
It was just fucking bait.
They've been
You guys just
struggling
blue
to get
balled the
ahead of
fuck
the
out of
ball
us
when
to
it
bring
comes
us
these
to map
pistol
3?
rounds. Derek. It's gonna make a
For
decent go
what,
of things.
dude?
Sound was in the back pocket, but
Derek wins this.
too many obstacles
Just
to
take
really
the
overcome.
2-0.
One at a time. That's all you can really do, and he's going to try his best. Already taking
Oh,
out
that's
one,
easy
but now
one,
here's
map
that
one.
discipline.
Still.
Contact caught
Yeah.
and around. Finally claimed here.
I drank too
Second one
much,
in the
chat.
series,
Drink
as you
water. I'm
already said,
begging you,
Josh.
drink a lot of water.
Couldn't be a more important opportunity for G2 to win their second pistol round out of 6 that were available
It's
in
gonna
this
be
series.
7-7 here.
You know, even if they
Who
lost
does Icy
there,
think
that
he
would
is
have-
peeking
might have
mid
been
like
an
that?
opportunity for G2 to force up. Like we've seen, they love going for the stingers if they get the plant down, but they were clean. And that
don't
is
know,
the
but he
kind
was
of momentum
12-10.
they're going to
He
want to
feels
ride
like it.
forwards. And on the other side, players to disrupt like Ye, who's picked up the Marshall. He hasn't really activated in this map yet.
What's on my
Every other
shirt?
time we've seen EG play on Pearl, where Ye has been playing Jet, he's put on a marvelous
Sentinels
performance.
racing team.
And they're so close. This would be an outrageous upset for EG to take.
Free orb.
Pretty similar to the outrageous upsets they've already delivered against C9 and crew.
Yeah, it's been countless times now. At a certain point, you have to start putting respect onto their names, but for now, staring at the backside of this one. Oh, Leaf not caught out into the open.
G2 sensing danger here, and EG have stacked this A site.
Here.
A little bit similarly to their pistol round, so maybe that's giving us a hint as to Potter's strategy on the defense. Leaning the defense pretty heavy on A,
Sensing? Okay,
and then
you're
playing
reaching.
a B retake kind of setup. I think it's dangerous to play B retake against an Astra Tejo composition, because these post plants are nasty.
Yeah.
But think back to Lotus. G2 only won 1 out of 7 of the post plants over there. I don't think it's going to be the same on this map.
No.
Chaos, though, caused by nature, or at least
God damn
attempted,
these ecos,
he
bro.
gets dealt with very quickly by the pack.
You already mentioned it as well. Post plants were a bit of a problem for that first map, but G2 did correct the course, at least for split. It's definitely
30
sailed them
seconds left.
towards a pretty decent win here. There's going to be salvage the delay. Being used to buy a bit of time here for the EG players to try and get themselves in, but the post plant positioning is pretty good here from G2.
Spike planted.
EG going to be finding it hard, I think, to dislodge most of these players, especially holding tight angles. Thorns just going to be ticking down the clock.
Here.
a chance there for Ye.
A chance my ass, bro. Let's go next round.
Time is going to be ticking. Damage done to Jorg. One shot to the body. He's ajar with a movement. Sidesteps it. Big reveal into Icy as well. Just trying to push these players out of the position. Superman does drop it, at least with the classic in hand, but instantaneous with the trade. And yeah, that's a short
What?
scene.
You guessed
And
that?
watched for. Not quite a flawless, but G2 are happy to take it with 4 players surviving.
7 up.
What does EG's defensive setup look like now that they can get rifles online? Yeah,
This match is
not
to
able
qualify
pick up
to
an operator.
Toronto. Winner
And will
qualifies.
the
This last
economy go
final
for that? They
map.
didn't win the pistol.
All
Bro, how does
marbles.
their Stinger fucking do that?
But
Yeah,
first,
they're
we gotta
spring like a
stop them.
phantom, no?
30 meters, bro.
And I think it's going to be so crucial to get Ye and Icy into positions where they can rely on their playoff form. They have been so much better in playoffs
All right, let's see.
compared to what we saw.
The game
from
is
them in
only
regular
just
season.
beginning, really. I know it's
All
been going
smiles
on
still
for a
good
while,
nature.
but the game is just
The score's
beginning.
7-7. But this round, I think, is going to tell us a lot.
Bit of footsteps and a bit of util. G2 gather up control towards A main, building towards these ults. Jorgemon has that dimensional drift.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I don't know about
Danger.
this, but-
Danger.
And he's out. But Ye doesn't know that.
Is he going to re-clear it? He might.
Even Valorant inserted as
might.
well.
He's worried about the right. I was
Steadily
clearing
making
it.
their way
Yeah,
over
he is
towards
clearing
B,
it.
And looking like they want to set up for a B split.
I mean, that's
Did
pretty
everyone
I
good.
said earlier that EG, normally the strong
Pretty
side
good
of their B
info.
split is going to be through mid. For G2, it's
Yeah.
going to be the opposite. Strong
They're
side
actually
goes
just
through B
rotating. Same
main.
with Astra.
So Jorg, he's going to be looking to give information.
Tail should go. Tail should go, no?
Yeah,
Find
yeah.
where
Should
the
be.
actor is
They
playing,
should be
and
4B
that
right
is
now.
Icy, at least for now.
But they're not rotating.
Spotting out.
Uh-oh.
They crash all the way back for a bit of safety.
Did it one
Savage into the
backside.
back and that has caught. Icy unaware.
the
Revealed
fuck
up to
did
the
Icy
side.
just do?
Spam will do it.
What the
Supplements it with most of
fuck
that util. Backside
is
control is
Icy
theirs.
doing?
EG.
Demon
Try
was
and play this
crashing
one
out.
back, but
What?
This is an onslaught. Aggression is called for G2.
What did he do, though?
Tempering it at the right times. They don't want to overextend.
Defend it? I can't defend
They wanna
that.
Play their hands. Jonah P. Full stick now in through 4.
Oh,
and
God.
Up towards the top as that smoke dissipates. These EG players are being picked
Wait,
apart, but
wait.
maybe Superman and Ye can activate. Finding a few kills.
Wait! Wait!
Oh my god, El Diablo is back from hell.
We've been
He's
waiting
him.
for the Ye round all map.
Nah.
Every other time
Don't
we've
bring
watched
up
him
the
on
hell
Pearl,
line.
he's turned
That's
up.
your line, bro.
And it took until round 15 in a 3v5, I think that
So
was,
Candy said, not me.
with better weaponry, admittedly, but they still shouldn't have been that clean. How did these kills all come through almost at the same time?
Show me Superman.
Credit to Superman too, because he managed to pick up a couple.
That was sick.
But Ye,
I'm not gonna lie, the
super clean
confidence
with
to
a
just
line.
white swing that when you know you're one shot to the outlaw, respect.
Wait, actually, though.
I would have waited for that smoke.
You're
I'm not
allowed
gonna
to
lie.
in
I'm
those
not.
kind of
I'm
big
not picking
moments.
that.
That's confidence. How did he get that
Connor can't
confidence?
believe it. That's the same kind
I
of
don't
facial
know.
expression that she was making on Lotus when Ye was pulling out magic. And if he starts doing it
He said, I
again,
don't know, so genuinely.
well, EG.
It's
might
like
be
they have
booking their
nothing to
tickets.
lose there. Confidence or like you're him confidence. I can't
One of
tell.
the most
I think
unlikely of
he's
scenarios here.
got the he's him
G2
confidence
gonna
right
be
now.
doing
I'm not
everything
gonna
in their
lie.
power to make sure that is
Yeah.
not the case.
If they pull it off,
That was a
it's
45
got to
too.
rank highly as one of the most ridiculous runs we've seen in Americas.
Absolutely.
Along with
Risky.
EG 2023, you know, crew on the
Me
ridiculous
and Icy to
LCQ
like
run.
lock it in.
This is
Yeah.
a run for the ages.
He's top
If
ranking though, I
EG
think.
can
He's like
pull it
second, I
off.
think, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of pressure there with a prowler.
He was like 12 and
Got the
10,
space
and
to
now he's like
quiet
12 and
G2.
14.
They're just walking up on the backside of
That's
this one, trying to obfuscate the intention. Hit's going to be coming through at a moment's notice onto A, and it's all going to be down to
Damn, I feel
Derek.
like
Superman, no
Leaf
reinforcements
went
arriving.
way
and
too
now,
soon,
what's
but
the
I guess
worry
they had a
now
good
about our
brief on
controllers?
him.
48
That was
seconds
good by
left.
EG, to be fair.
TP spotted,
Singled him out.
broken. No
40
chance of
seconds?
taken here, and G2
They're
gonna
running
get a
back
bit of
to
a scurry
B?
on, but they haven't broken any of this util.
They
No,
can't
it
go
doesn't
B
look like a
here.
good pivot here, does it?
I guess-
The defense is still really spread out.
This is
Tons
this.
of
They're
places
gonna.
to
They're,
do.
they
Yoru's gonna
can't.
hear him.
Already
Yoru's gonna hear him.
planted
Icy's
on the
gonna hear him
B side.
soon. Oh,
This
he
is gonna
rocked
be an
away.
extremely
Oh, he
difficult
TP'd.
nut to
Oh,
crack.
God, Icy's costing us.
And there's so little time.
Oh, God, he TP'd
How
A.
did they get it done?
I
Oh,
guess
God.
the only
What's the
advantage
read?
for G2 is that it's only nature home.
Why?
Oh, my God. And he jumps by
Nature.
the worst time ever.
Stronghold set up.
He has no info.
Put down
Look,
the
Wait,
door.
the mollies are good.
Delaying most of this one
Wait,
here.
the
There's only
mollies are
13
so
seconds left on the
good.
plan. Needs to go down.
He has
It
to
needs
run
to be
through and plant.
spotless. They haven't cleared back halls yet. See,
Oh,
Salvo's all
the
gonna be
Rockets,
fine.
time!
Kill's gonna be bounced.
Time!
5 seconds left.
Time!
Rocket!
No time.
He didn't get it.
Wow, they
Oh my
scammed him.
God.
The
He
round
saved
is won
it. He
out by
saved
EG.
it.
They
Oh
realize that they
my
know
He,
it.
God,
he
the
fucked it up
stall.
thinking right now.
That
Took his life out
utility
and saved it.
forcing Trent to
Oh
plant out in
my
the open.
God.
He was doomed. As soon as the clock was down that low, he was doomed. And with every round that
Was it Icy that
continues
fanned him?
here, it gets more and more
Yeah, he
likely
ran out and killed him.
that your tournament favorites in Americas are going home and not able
No, Superman
to
killed
go for
Trent.
that
Oh,
But yeah.
repeat attempt at a grand
So Icy's
finals,
ran out and
another
got one,
chance at a
though.
global trophy.
Yeah.
G2 are going to take a tactical timeout.
Bomb time! Nice! Let's go!
Holy fuck that
Josh
mic.
RT forced to intercede on G2's behalf. Giving them, people will forget about it. Maybe people won't remember G2 squeaking past EG. But if they don't, it will be defining for this year because it'll mean they miss out on an entire global event, another opportunity at going for a trophy. And that's what this team was aiming for right from the beginning of this year.
If EG win 20% off the Sentinels hockey jersey, the hate watch is real.
Run their lowest.
Holy.
Scrap together
Catch them.
with players that no one really wanted. Second chances offered up really for that
20?
chance to play in Tier 1. These EG players are hungry to prove absolutely everyone wrong.
And you know what? It's not a full force for G2. There's only one player that's gone for the full hero buy, and that's Jorgon. The rest will still be able to get a buy together in round 18, so it's not as dangerous as it looks. It's not as big of a gamble that Josh RT has called. They're defaulting, getting rid of the Vice Wall over towards Art early on. And it looks like this time maybe they'll commit to the A split. Haven't run too many of these.
People
the
are
drone over towards B is going to keep Ye anchored. Derek goes walkabouts.
Valorant, do you turn up the heat? Do you try and apply that pressure?
commit
Here
to
it is
that.
coming from the side.
Oh no, they
Around and
separated.
wide to pull the drone
Scans.
offset most of this one here.
No!
Icy didn't know what to do. Icy didn't know what to do.
He has TP, yeah, it took too long.
Most of this site now.
He should have went
G2
forward
are getting
into a main
themselves into the
deeper.
post plant.
It's great
Yeah.
patience there,
Fighting.
waiting for the ult. Are they ready to fight?
This
They're
is it.
going for it with the fatal.
Yes, Nightfall Prime.
Wait,
they're
that was a
ready.
good fatal.
Giving away
Wow.
Absolutely everything. Sound cues
Yeah.
down and out and around. But nothing else
Is
to really
this-
step past this one as a threshold of their own making. But lying in wait, just seeking to delay and deny this chance here for them. Star. Valorant looking to dominate and take
Fuck, we might
control
have jinxed it, bro.
of the
Stinger,
round
bro.
itself.
I'm telling
And
you.
what a call to
Oh,
make.
no.
What a play
Stinger.
to make overall. G2.
The
Not done
thrifty.
yet.
Not punished for going for that
Mother,
hero buy
oh,
on
mother,
that single player.
oh, mother.
They're now going to have the economy to go forwards. What a pivotal round that was. It's now knocked the economy down of EG.
Wow.
Ultimates are
That
going to
was a
start to
sick
get
shot.
online for G2. And look at how good this team is at maximizing bad weaponry. The reactive push through Art was perfect. Leaf hits a shot with the Sheriff. Valen always playing inside the smokes.
Uh-oh.
And it's writ across Icy's
Uh-oh.
face. Their
Uh-oh.
opportunity to dominate this game may have just slipped
Oh, and
away.
Eco now,
it's
too.
all going to be a heavy
Yeah.
grind.
And now the ults are coming back up for G2. Uh-oh.
EG can still get it done, though. If only they keep that belief and the proactivity.
Yay. Very aggressive. Dash is primed. Putting out the drone. Doesn't even use the dash to get the hell out of there. He's still staying around.
And even if they hadn't used that double initiator utility to clear, they still had a Vice Flash. So they could be pretty
No, I'm
confident
not
right
wasting
now.
my
There is
standing up on
nobody in
EG, bro. I need to save it
that
for
just means-
Sentinels.
Yay.
Did I?
Gone to walk about somewhere else, and you can see he is. He's getting set up over on A main this time.
Like EG wanted to maybe set up for a bit of a trap play off of Ye's contact, but he
Way to
came up on
save
that
my
idea now.
stand,
A lot of
dude.
pressure is heard. Heading its way over towards the B side. Icy is going to try and drop this one down.
Nah.
And shut it down entirely.
Nah.
Just Apache and Hanley barely gets away.
He had his
Scot-free.
moment right
Armageddon
there.
Wait, the
is gonna be
tail
creating
holds.
some carnage now. Slicing up most of the site. There's a timing to
35
it. Getting
seconds,
all
they're
the way
running
back
A.
in. Connector
Tail, you hear
is the
them.
name of the game. G2 are trying to run a bit of a swindle on them. All the way though. Icy is all in through the back of that A main control is going to be critical. Superman's going to lock this one down. Time.
They were
of
not
the
scared of
essence
that
once
Euro
more.
ults. They all ran away.
They have to clear A main.
And G2, they
Oh,
need that
it's
extremity
too hard
control
to win
lead.
this.
Yes, you found it.
Wait, didn't he
Consolation
threat
prize
them?
indeed, but Superman reveals his
Wow.
hand. Drops off control.
These
This
Spectre
one,
is so
G2
supposed to
wants
be
to
getting
feel
them.
the heat. Can
Oh
you
my
turn
god, the guy
around
behind him
much in
died.
time?
Oh
They're
my
killing
God.
string.
This is them being picked
What?
apart.
They're getting peppers from the
James
sides.
Trent.
What?
That's one to stand. In a 1v3, make it a
What?
1v2. Now 1v1.
Oh, he flashed himself, dude. Oh my god, trying to save them.
Ridiculous!
No way,
Ridiculous
bro.
from Trent. Leaf was miles away. It really was the 1v2, 1v3 on the site there that Trent pretty much had to win. Leaf had got stuck on the B insert, completely out of the fight.
Where'd that flash even
And
go? I gotta
Trent
see
did it
it.
all in an uncomfortable spot. Manages to find the pick onto Superman and
Oh,
turn
he
around,
peeked too
deal with the
soon. He
flash,
peeked too
and
soon.
Clean up Icy.
Yeah.
Monumental.
Damn, they had that.
G2 not even forced to ask the question of could Leaf deal with that. Okay,
Oh, shit,
navigated.
bro.
But that was just an
Oh
eco
fuck,
for
it's
EG.
9-9.
Yeah, it's actually
Now we
getting
get to
intense.
see them with rifles and ops. Yay. Picks that one up. He has the knives in the back pocket too.
Oh, it's a
They
fast
break
B
drone
hit.
early, which is going to allow him to step up.
Wait, this is a,
And
wait,
what
show
is
me
this?
yay!
What is
Bro,
that?
why are we overviewing?
Why would you stop off of him?
Oh my god, they over. Oh my god.
Oh my god. El Diablo.
Is it a new demon? Nah, don't
Has
say
been
it.
heard rattling around people's brains for quite some time.
I mean, if used at all in the last couple of years, it's been used ironically, sarcastically, referring back to a peak that most people thought Ye would not return to, and yet this run has really showcased he's still got it. He still can be a powerhouse that takes people to podium finishes, perhaps. Who would have thought this EG team could be on the precipice of making top 3 in Americas?
New demon while on
Making
call
it
with him is
global.
crazy.
G2 stands in their way, but
Bro,
it's
don't
a
make it
5v3
weird, dude. It's
in
only
this
weird if
round.
you make it weird. I want to
EG
point
with
that
all
out,
of the
bro. It's not
advantages.
weird
They're
until you
playing
make it
safe, they're
weird, and
playing
you made it
disciplined.
weird.
Derek just spotting.
Tiptoeing around Derek.
Mother, how are we dying
Punished.
jiggling?
Punished. Steel
Oh
Guardian's going
my
to be used almost
God.
immediately here.
No, they need this
G2
post
taking no
plant, bro.
chances.
And the Hawk clears out secret, so they can be super confident. But they've lost Trent, so no salvos in the post plant. They're forced to try to
Fuck,
make
we have
a
to invest
play.
knives as well now.
And this double push.
Yeah.
Oh my god, double
Leaf
flank.
gonna find
The
anyone.
crowd's gonna give it away. Watch, the crowd's gonna give it away.
Also
Watch.
being called for as well. This
You
is it.
think?
Of course, you got to take risks for G2.
Oh, they
It's a
did.
3v4, you need these kills and you need them now.
I
And
see.
they're finding it icy. Drop
He's
down, but
not
that really
aware
does
of it.
reveal the
He whiffed.
hand. And a whiff. Jonah P can't quite manage to
Double
control
flank.
this one. That's going to be the
Not
full
planning for
last
them.
nice and early, but they flipped the map entirely.
Ew,
Right to the
ew.
side, run into the side.
Ooh.
Yay!
Yay?
Shuts it down, slicing and dicing.
Yeah, another one. Wow.
Kill.
Wait
he got
a minute.
Ronaldo.
We ain't done yet.
And he might be the king of
Oh
hell,
my
but he is
god.
ice cold on this stage right now.
Ooh. Okay, Brandon.
He's managed to push himself back up to the top of the scoreboard for EG. If you were wondering, when is this guy going to come online? Well, it's
He
rounds
locked
like
it. He
this.
wants to
Wait,
He's
that's
had
a
2 of them
sick
so far on
play.
defense, where he just completely takes over. And this still had a lot
Wow,
of
that was
danger
a nice
into it.
shot,
Yes,
man, I'm
the
not gonna lie.
post-plant
It's
positioning
not that easy.
It's not actually great. Nature can tuck around on a steel box, and Leaf was left
Uh-oh.
alone. Was not really able to do much.
Josh RC's crashing. He's
Josh can
crashing.
feel
He's
the
crashing.
game
He's
slipping
crashing. He's
away.
crashing.
There's only 1 round in it, but the momentum, honestly, feels like it's there with EG.
It's fast and loose, called for by GT. G2, I should say.
Jorg, he gets the ult online. And G2, they're normally pretty good in rounds like this. But Jorg can sometimes overheat when the pressure's on in spots with his ultimate. Yay, on an aggressive line. It's really difficult to get anything done with the op when your opponent has a Yoru ult.
I mean, this is crazy.
Who's next?
Drone for the reclearance out through A main. It's going to be the dimensional drift as well, pushing forwards. Not too much spotting many of these plays whatsoever, but there it is, reveals it. with the
Superman,
hand itself,
wow.
and Superman steps up to it.
Wow.
He's being challenged, and a hell of a task as well to try and defend
No?
these players. Cloud
Oh, no.
burst, obfuscating.
Oh, yo, those are great
Oh
smokes.
my
Yay,
god.
League of
Get out of
Legends
there.
managed to escape it.
Derek!
Derek!
Oh, a little overheat, but it's okay.
Oh.
Hey, Trent, 1v2?
Nah, it was done over here.
Not doubt them in
I
their
see that.
spots, and for Trent to do it all now in a 1v2.
Oh,
To the side.
fuck!
Delivers
Wow.
it.
Oh, fuck!
Yay.
No,
So
they might
much
actually do
focus
it.
in that
Stop it.
round for G2
They're gonna
was
do
on
it.
taking
They're
No,
gonna
they
do it.
might
He's
They
smiling.
spotted him
actually
with
do the
prowler,
undoable.
And they were so focused on him,
What a
they
shots.
weren't ready for Superman. And then they were so
Dude,
focused
the pressure
on
on
Ye again,
G2 must
they
be
weren't ready
insane
for
right now. They have
Derek,
no
who
pauses, by the
springs
way.
around the corner with the
They have
Yeah,
no
they
pauses.
have
Ye
nothing.
was an incredibly expensive decoy in that round.
Yeah.
But what works, works. And EG on an eco now have to make something work with the Stingers. Otherwise, EG are going to have 3
Holy fuck.
qualification points. 3 opportunities to convert
a half
and
buy.
make it to Toronto. Eliminate the
They have-
tournament
they have, like,
favorites. The
3
team
ults
that
coming up, though.
nobody doubted would make it.
Yeah.
But
Now
Holy
pushed to that
fuck.
brink. So much ass
is
of
this gonna
them.
be the classic? Give them too much space and then we lose.
Scraps, bottom of the bargain bin.
Yeah, it's looking
That's what
like
they're
it.
working with to try
They
and
already gave
convert
him
around
all
like
of mid,
this.
all of
And
me,
yet
a
aren't
All of
mid,
they
all
mid
of
and
put
art.
art.
themselves in position to make the
And
Stingers look
connector.
broken.
These guys could be in literally in
If any team
CT
could
spawn
do it
right
with
now
a
if they
bad
walk
buy
in.
like this, it would be
They're
G2.
about
How
to.
do you get it done? Yes, you have mid-control. Lying in wait, watched for by EG.
Look where he's
We got
joining
Frey
from,
on
bro.
one side.
Jesus
You're looking for
Christ.
information, and then you're probably sight smoking. You know, if Valin has 2 smokes, he can pop them either side of that default. And
Oh,
you
I'm
try
betting
to
my
close
nails.
the gap.
How scared they
Try and go
are.
into this one, a bit of stray spam as well. Trent.
Free
Catching
plant.
a bullet to the leg there, but
They
alive.
have
Have everything.
They have Vice Ult, but does it work for
Yeah,
Vice Ult?
Committed. Committed indeed.
I mean, not on this round.
Like, I guess you could versus Stingers. I don't know.
Fight for this one too for Nail, but Derek, right back at you. It's an
Well,
exchange.
they're playing
a
aggro as
handshake,
fuck.
But a util in hands, but here's that
Juggle mode,
still
juggle
going.
mode.
Nature lying in wait and lets it loose now. Eyes on Jorgamo inside that smoke.
You gotta capitalize off of it. I see.
I
see.
He got a knife! He got a knife!
You knifed Yay!
One here, round to the side. It's such a
Derek.
quick response in EG.
Oh my god, the observer started
Ultimate
squeaking.
earned. Pushing them back and away.
9 seconds on salvos for Trent.
No stick inside, gonna be occurring for now as well, but Stray Spam has to do it. Superman sticking. Stray shot.
What a
Right
shot!
running down.
Oh my god!
Chances in this round. The G2 come out on top. They have plot armor.
What did I
It's
tell you, bro?
ridiculous. Jorgamo's been. I
The
don't know,
moment they
troubling
started the
London or
round and
something,
CT spawned, they lost.
Clues from the
No,
locals.
actually though, they played so
Brought a knife
scared
to a
versus Eco.
gunfight. How did he
Bro, on
manage?
each
Wait, look at
round,
this.
why
Look at
swing
this.
mid, bro? Why now on?
Look at
Why
this.
swing mid,
He
bro?
knifed it!
Oh my god.
I knifed the guy again. I always get a knife kill.
And they've broken the economy of EG.
What the
Potter is forced to take a tactical timeout.
Bro,
The last one of the
dude.
round. And a moment to catch
I see
our breath.
third. I see they're
Because
responsible for like
it
6
all
rounds.
looks
on
like
defense.
EG were on the precipice of winning. They were about to go into a situation. Had they converted that, where they were up
Bro,
12 to
no
9,
way.
3 chances. They got to convert at least one of them, surely. Maybe G2 could have clawed it back to OT, but
My.
right or down, over 100.
We're watching.
Whatever the hell this is going to end up being against EG. I'm sure it doesn't feel good for them.
No, the
But it
tension
is,
on the stage,
it
man.
is cinema.
It is cinema that we're watching.
Oh, they're on a
You can cut
half
the
fight,
tension with a
dude.
knife that's occurring.
Yeah.
EG
That's Superman saving for an op though.
staring at the
yeah.
barrel of an equalized map so far. Lighter weaponry at hand for them, and G2, they're relentless.
This is one of those spots where you just got to be clean. G2 are the ones that really control the tempo here. You've got to avoid running into stacks, and you've also got to avoid EG closing the gap on the retake. Now, they don't
gonna
have a bunch
re-hit?
of stingers. It's only Nature that has one. So you're,
Yeah.
you know, you
I like what
wonder
Icy's
if
doing,
it's
though.
from Icy and Superman.
What,
It
sit it back?
really
Like
doesn't
there's
look
a
that
clone in the
dangerous.
back there, and then he's playing in the other
Yeah, he's got
spot,
a marsh.
like the
Yeah.
other corner.
We've seen what the ecos can do in this game already.
Like, look how
Full
not
control
afraid
towards A main as well. He's got a
G2 are.
emphasis.
Like, yeah, they know they're
Support
bad,
from EG as well. You can
bad
see
by
the player
boy. They're not
positioning. Derek
afraid.
is umming and ahhing, but the time gets late here. Doesn't matter that
I think
EG
EG's
have
got
weaker weaponry.
caught by that
Derek
so
has
much this
salvos, he's got
series.
an ult.
Giving too
Yeah.
much
And the
respect on
stack is
Eco.
going to be in
Yeah,
position.
they just have the wrong
Where the hell do you
mindset.
run? Where the hell do you
Yeah.
hide? Nowhere
No
to go
smoke?
still. Cut up to the
No
corner here.
smoke?
Icy's feeling like it needs to make a play forward.
didn't buy any. He couldn't
Jorgamo,
buy any, I
Son of late
guess.
claim to most of the site. Still, there needs to be that clearance, and it is there eventually. Trading. Dislodging Icy
Spike
from that
planted.
spot.
Rounds like this,
My
you get
God,
to see
Diablo
that
will clutch
discipline
this.
from G2.
Watch
They
this!
look clinical there,
Oh fuck.
dealing with that stack, flushing out every little danger, and making sure that they tie up the score to 11-11. Round
Alright, chill,
17
11-11.
and round 21 completely redefining this map, and both of them, both super pivotal
Dude,
rounds
this
going the way
is
of G2.
craziness.
EG, if they end up losing here, are going to be looking back at both of those and just feeling sick
Oh
to
my
their pits and their
God.
stomach.
Nah.
Here's another one though.
This is like the Grim
This
Reaper.
one is going to take one of these teams to a match point.
Guns v guns, 11-11. Similar beginning here from G2.
Stand up,
Thrown
fine.
forward to clone on top of it. Gets broken though. Wall's not going to be triggered. That was the goal genuinely here for G2.
Dude, I was comfortable though.
Well, the Util being sent forward.
fucked up
once
their
more, that could be
strats.
divided, aiming to fake it, to try and pull these EG players away, but they're up through mid, still walking
He reset their
around the
CP.
site. Does anything give this one up? It's already a gate crash all the way through into the back of their spawn as well. Reinforcements can arrive
Where
at
is Jorg
EG.
going?
Jorg is going all the way. He's going a distance
Where's he
right
going?
now. Revealed in hand. Spotting his players out.
What?
Gonna dominate the map.
Yeah.
Jay
He almost got
on his
two.
perch, on his
Yeah.
high ground position, EG. We're not to be moved from that
What?
fade.
Overheat!
From the fake itself, the clone itself, but the mistake is
What
made.
the fuck?
Ray, all the way from behind. G2 laying claim and laying siege all the way to the site. There's no stopping this train right now.
And Jonah P, the
Bro,
lone
EG had
Canadian
like
that we
4
could even
opportunities
send
to
from
win that
Americas
round.
to Toronto. He
FBA
gets the
stayed up
job
top
done
with
with
the
a
op.
3K. He's been quiet in this map, setting up the rest of his team.
And then Superman
But he
can
wants
clutch
to get
that.
there and play in front
If
of the
Derek
home
doesn't die
crowd.
there.
Last player standing.
How is G2 doing this?
One round separates G2 from
Oh
Toronto.
my god.
You see what it means to him.
Oh my god.
EG, they could have been in control there.
Oh my god.
And Ye, with a dash in, a bit of an overheat, and suddenly it all goes wrong. EG are on a triple Guardian buy. It's nothing.
Oh my
Push to the
God.
brink. It's desperation at its core. And all for
It's
just
over.
a chance.
He
They're not winning
overheated.
this
He
round.
overheated.
G2, they're in the driving seat. They're looking
No!
And then kill him.
First kill,
No.
That's it back immediately. Superman.
Superman, that's a huge
Quick with
trade.
the
I'm
trigger.
not gonna lie, that trade is fuck.
This is
Had
where
he
the
not
players
traded,
can
this
get
round
a
was
bit ahead of
over.
themselves. The
If it was a
adrenaline
5v4, this
absolutely
round was
pumping.
over.
Joe
That
got
trade
one.
is so big.
Instead of playing the 5v4, he swings forward, punished by Superman. Now droning out A, trying to keep the A players
Bro,
anchored
Icy
to their
just needs to
spots,
fucking
while the
rewalk
spike
in the
makes
main,
its
bro.
way
It's
over
just a
towards
joint.
B.
You
There's
can't
no
be
way,
afraid
bro.
of
This
it.
shit getting
Thus
this
far
fucking little
undefended.
booties right now.
Gatecrash just expired on B as well.
Like, they need a
EG,
3-1.
they
2-2
doubled
is
up
not
to
going to
defend
cut it
double
this round.
doors.
I'm not going to lie.
There's
Not
nobody
in this
coming in
manner.
that
They're playing
direction.
retake B.
G2 may end up
Oh
here.
god.
They're going to win.
Having
They're
a
going to
free
win. Oh,
point
wait, they
and
have
being able to
Tickle.
roll
Okay,
almost
it's
all.
fine.
Trent and Valen.
They have the
Things
ultimate. It's
all
fine.
look
Oh.
Wait, they
set
have
up
double.
and
They have
tidy.
double
They
ult.
do, they do. They Astro Wall and
G2
tail
to
ult.
be able to make it
Yeah,
through.
yeah, yeah. Okay. This is fine then. This is fine.
What do they do?
Starts
Astro
down.
Wall long, tail ult, back
Slow down
all?
nice and pretty here. You got to try and be coordinated here. Triple jump up, over.
No, I feel like you Astro or Tickle
side control is going to be theirs, but Derek has an ult
And then
lying in
Astro
wait.
Wall
There's
back
Jonah
all?
people sticking this one as well. Taking that time and a
like
bit of
the
damage in the
regular Astro
process.
Wall.
Oh, is
And
it
then you
going?
nuke back hole.
Doubled up. EG.
G2 know they're
It's
playing
all on the line
aggressive.
here and now, and G2
G2 are pushing.
Oh,
Yes,
fuck.
matters
Wait,
into their
Derek's
own
aware,
hands.
but,
They
like, how
realize
aware?
it.
How
Armageddon.
aware?
They want to take the fight to him. Don't let EG take the initiative. Don't let them take that space and timing. Blind. Out
Oh my
around.
God.
Derek.
No!
He needs more than that.
No!
About a second thought.
No!
Oh, this hate was
This
for
wraparound is
nothing!
rapid indeed, but
For
EG has got to do it all.
nothing!
Just nature and
For
Superman side by
nothing!
side.
Sticking.
Backs against the wall, shots need to rain supreme, but G2 have a date with destiny. A ticket to Toronto,
No, it's actually
secured in their
insane.
back
Jesus
pocket.
Christ.
Dude, it's actually insane.
What grit and determination. So many moments on Pearl where it felt like EG could have been in
Oh my
control, and yet
God.
G2 denied them.
Oh my
Turned their
god.
dreams to ashes at
Nah,
every twist
dude.
and turn.
Damn, bro.
I
Round
can't
17,
believe it,
round
bro.
21, round 23.
It ended like that.
Believe it,
Massively
man.
pivotal.
They
That's
threw
All
it.
went the way of G2.
Dude, G2
Heartbreak for
somehow
these evil
keep
geniuses
winning.
players.
G2, they just can't
Forecast
lose.
layered against them.
Nobody thought that they could make
Damn.
it to this point. Nobody thought that they would be pushing G2 in a series like this. They've proved that they are a team to watch in stage 2. But it's a long way before those matches begin. And so
Damn.
we're not going to be seeing these faces for a while. They were
They threw
within
so many
touching
rounds.
distance of Toronto. But that dream was dashed and denied by G2.
Truly the worst
tournament
Valorant
favourites
throw to date.
scraped
Gavin,
through
I can't believe
in
it.
games now against 100 Thieves and EG.
Push to the
That's
limits.
not,
You
it
would
was, it's not the
believed
worst.
it if we
It's
told
not
you
the
that at the
worst,
start of the
but
stage.
Yeah, and there it is.
damn.
Jorg giving respect
It's not the
to
worst,
his
but
former
damn.
coach.
G2, like, man,
EG.
Push to the
that's
limits.
not,
You
it
would
was, it's not the
believed
worst.
it if we
It's
told
not
you
the
that at the
worst,
start of the
but
stage.
Yeah, and there it is.
damn.
Jorg giving respect
It's not the
to
worst,
his
but
former
damn.
coach.
G2, like, man,
And they were pushed
nah,
to the
we
brink.
have to commend them, like, the
sign
hate
of
watch, whatever,
relief on
dude.
the
Their
faces
fucking run to
of
here,
these G2
their
players, but they
playoff
have
run
earned their
is the
opportunity to
most
fight for another
insane shit
global
ever,
trophy.
bro. The adversity they've had to overcome.
I can't imagine what it feels like for those players. And they've got
actually
more matches
insane.
ahead of them in Americas, a domestic
happened?
trophy to fight for.
Absolutely.
Wait a minute,
But
Texas,
they
what
don't
happened?
look like the solid favorites that we thought they were gonna be.
But
Yeah, the
regardless of
dash
all of
cost. Dude, you know what's
Ticket
crazy
item
about the
was
Ye
going
dash?
Toronto.
He brought
Get
it
it
down
done.
to like half a second, and he like
Tenuous was the fashion,
decided
really,
like
really
in that
pushed
last
all the
half a
way
second he went
to the
forward.
brink. G2, they bring the best
mean,
out of some of these
yeah,
teams, I
it's
think.
tough.
Everybody wants to bring their A game.
Okay, I'm not gonna
against one of the
lie.
top dog teams of
The
Americas.
dash is fine,
They get
okay,
their
right?
chance really to right some wrongs that have passed.
But, like,
This G2 squad has been
Jump
struggling ever so
around and
slightly.
drop down.
They
No,
want
I
to
think
make
he
the shots
panicked.
to
I think he
Toronto.
panicked
They
after
did
he
it here
dashed
now.
almost.
They're going to get a
Yeah.
chance as well to see if they can run it all the way back to see.
Like,
if they
he
can
knows
win
the guy
a
is there.
global trophy.
Dash, jump over
You're
his
looking
head
at this series
and then
right
like
here.
keep going, but like he
I gotta
dashed
say,
and he
Leaf
just
played
stood
an
still.
outrageously good game.
Like he froze.
He was the
I-
carry on
it was
split
4v2 when he
that made
dashed,
sure
though.
that they
Like,
won
arguably,
the
he
second
could've just
map in the
chilled, but
series. And then he
yeah,
comes
no,
through
yeah,
again
it's
with
not
another
great.
great
It's not
performance,
great.
drops 21 kills.
Dude, this round
in this
as
map
well,
too,
I
but there's
can't
three
believe
players
the
that are
round
dropping
G2
over
just won.
20 here
Oh
for
my
G2.
god.
And Valorant
so
having
Nah, they're
insane.
actually
massive
just destined
resurgence
to
in
make it
form
there, bro.
to come through at the end, but also Trent and Leaf, the players that have just been
They
rock
just couldn't
solid
lose.
for G2 this year.
Oh my god, that was a crazy match, man. Again.
See how much it means to him.
And Jonah P gets to play in front of a home crowd. Probably the only Canadian player that we'll see representing Canada in Toronto. I think the only other possibility is Koala Noob from Na'Vi. And I don't know if he's going to make it. Listen, I don't want to throw shade, but that's unlikely.
Yeah.
Then again, so was EG, and we saw what almost happened today. What a run this almost was, but honestly, it's still...
For the longest
Jesus.
time, well, at Toronto, they have that break now.
Nah.
They are eliminated from our stage
Nah.
on playoffs, but
That's going to be on our...
Here, but they've also booked a ticket to Toronto. Josh, I gotta ask you, squad of G2 members down here. We got Valorant
Shout out Demon One for hanging out.
and Josh RT. They're here, but they've also booked a ticket to Toronto. Josh, I gotta ask you first, coming to you, it looked like there were a lot of nerves coming into today, and Potter even said she's going to attack those nerves. Talk to me about the kind of anxiety you might have felt coming into today in a position we don't normally see G2.
I mean, at this point, we're always known for these bangers now. Like all these matches, they're coming down to the wire, and honestly, like we're in such a special position to learn from those mistakes, and like we're so grateful for these opportunities. And I'm constantly seeing my players grow throughout all these battles, and to finally overcome it and book our ticket.
Oh,
amazing.
shit, he brought out the
Battle
tears?
again on Pearl.
Fuck!
When a map comes at your team
You guys
like
should be
this, and it
ashamed
seems
of
to be a
yourselves
pain
for hate
point,
watching, bro.
How do you approach it differently? How do you make sure it's a victory?
I mean, sometimes it's a player-led thing, you know? Like, I can only say so much in my timeouts. I've been talking to both Jake, Trent, my whole team, outside of practice about, like, trying to step up individually in terms of leadership, making sure, like, we are composed in those moments.
Okay.
And, you know, it's just seeing it in action, it's always so beautiful to me.
Amazing. Valen, I want to come to you, man. It's been some long and tough series you've been playing in, maybe even aged you a bit with these. What's it been like to call kind of near at the top of your game, have to keep these pressured games all the way to the final round of that third map? What's that been like?
It's hard to start. Honestly, this past couple weeks have been pretty difficult for us as a team. Like, we're trying to get better. We know we can play better. Everyone can step up, but sometimes in the matches, it's getting closer than we like, and we're just messing up little things, and it's just so annoying. You know, it's so annoying. We could be doing so much better. But to close out today means the world to me because, dude, I love playing with these guys so much. It's what I do every day.
That was a crazy game, man.
It's my life. So to not have it end today and actually go to Toronto just means the world.
Nah, damn. You gotta feel for him, man. That is an emotional win, dude. This is so close.
Yeah, I was just worried that it was gonna end today, but
Yeah.
we pulled out through, and that was crazy. That was crazy.
It was crazy. You
dude.
guys pulled out a bunch of crazy series, and you know what? You have the results for it to go
Yeah,
into Toronto
man.
and show your fans even more. Trent, looking at you, looking at how you played in Bangkok, a map away from MVP, an incredible stage and playoff so far. Is there more in the tank? What can we see from Trent, man? You look absolutely amazing lately.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just playing my game right now, so
Trent's
everyone's
just
kind of
cool.
complimenting me. I feel pretty good.
As
the team's
cucumber.
playing really well, so and Teo's broken, but not for long. So
Right on. And looking at Tejo's coming up, changing. Are you happy to be going back to Sova? Are there other initiatives
Polar
we're working
opposite.
on here? Because we did see it's like 21 out of 21 plays on Tejo. It's Trejo. So how's it feel? Are you ready to be on something different? Or are you actually just loving this right now?
I am loving this because Teo's just broken right now, but I do like change, so I'll probably play a lot of other initiators.
All right, right on.
Damn,
right
he
on.
said I
Valorant,
could do it
just
all,
wanna come to
bitch.
you For one more thing, man, the pressure you're talking about, because everybody wants to know, how do you overcome it? How do you make sure that as the IGL of the squad, you guys are pulling through the victories to get that smile so everybody's cheering and jumping at the end?
I mean, it's experience at the end of the day. Like, we were on the other side of this in Bangkok. Obviously, we're playing for a trophy. This is qualification, but it's the same thing. It's the highest stakes, season on the line, everything on the line. And we ended up falling short last time, and we learned from it. So this time around, we had
Yeah,
these
the
close
resilience
games,
was
had these
good,
close
man.
comebacks, but our mental has been full force that just forget the last round, focus on what's next, because we know we're a great team. Sometimes in scrims, we just 12-0 people. So we're like, why can't we do it on stage? We know we can win out of any situation. So, yeah, I mean, it's easy when you got these guys, you know.
Well, all right, you guys got one more match to go, but you can happily pack your bags as G2 is going to Toronto to represent VCT Americas. Gentlemen, thank you so much for the interview. Congratulations on an amazing series, and best of luck in your match tomorrow.
Thank you.
That's going to do it for us today.
These guys for the run they. And then now EG. The rounds where Jogamo got a classic kill and a knife kill, brother. It's a BO5 versus MIBR tomorrow. And then the winner of that plays versus Sentinels in the grand finals. That's how it is, man. We did fucking hate watch the fuck out of them, and they prevailed. I'm not going to lie. We hate watch the fuck out of them. And I'm not going to lie. I started feeling a little bad once I saw Valorant up there at the interview. But honestly, it's all lovingly, you know? It's lovingly hate watch. Let's go MIBR. Obligations. So I'm not going to be up. Because, dude, it's mad late, bro. I'm not going to make it to T1. Stop! We get a coupon? All right, bet. All right, bet. What the fuck is my camera doing? If MIBR wins, we get a coupon? All right, bet. I lied for no reason. I didn't lie about anything. Wait, what? Why are you guys retweeting that? Okay, about myself. Texas, but it's like it's working though. Like I would rather be the I am here for the short time that I am here. If you have a good time for that short time, then honestly, I'm happy, bro. Because look, we're just trying to do our best here at the end of the day. And sometimes our best isn't enough. People will be let down, dude. Okay? People